Good morning, children. This is SST lesson number 2. The ages, stone and iron. Okay. The evolution of humans has been divided into the ages. This makes it easy to understand their history. An age is a very long period of time. Let us study about the different stone ages which are based on the implements used by the early humans. Okay, so evolution means the development. Okay, so development of human is being divided into ages. Okay, there are different ages we have come across. Okay, so that is the way of development took place in human history. Okay, so what are the ages? We have four main ages. One is Paleolithic age. Okay, this is also called Old Stone Age. Okay, it covers 5 lakhs BC to 10,000 BC. Okay, then Mesolithic age or Middle Stone Age. Okay, it covers the period of 10,000 BC to 8,000 BC. Okay, then Neolithic age or New Stone Age, 8,000 BC to 4,000 BC. Then Chalcolithic age or Copper Stone Age, which is 4,000 BC to 2,000 BC. Okay, so these are the evolution periods. Okay, so these human ages are divided into main 4 ages. Okay, so one is Paleolithic age or Old Stone Age, Middle Stone Age, New Stone Age and Copper Stone Age. Okay, so these are the main 4 ages of human development. Okay, this is based on the implements used by the early humans. Okay, the things they have used through which we can calculate the age of the people. Okay, now moving on to the detailed study of each age. Okay, first one is Paleolithic age or Old Stone Age. In ancient Greek, the word paleo means old and the word lithos means stone. Thus, it can be derived that Paleolithic age. Okay, the root word is Greek word. Okay, paleo means old and the lithos means stone. So that's why we call it as a Paleolithic and Old Stone Age. Okay, this age extend for the longest period, almost 4,90,000 years. So it's a very long period of age. Okay, and the Java men, the Peking men, the Heidelberg men, the Neanderthal men and the Cro-Magnon men all belong to the Paleolithic age. So these are the main people group. Almost they have lived during this long period of age. Okay, human of this age used their large brain and flexible hands to make their lives better and secure. Okay, so during this time they used their hands to be little bit secure in their living. Okay, the basic feature of the Old Stone Age can be described as follows. So what are the main basic features of this age, particular age? We can find out what are the main features of this particular age. Okay, stone implements. Okay, the earlier stone tools were fairly large and were made of hard rock. Okay, so very simply we can understand. So earlier the humans were using rock stone pieces as a tools. Okay, it was very large and that things are made out of rocks. Okay, so what are the tools they used? See, nowadays we can see many kind of tools. Okay, like most of the tools are made out of iron. Okay, iron metal. Okay, but in the older days, in those days they used only rock or stone weapons. Okay, so they were very simple and unpolished stones tools like hammers, axes, choppers, etc. Okay, so they have used to see the pictures, we can find it. So it is not that much shaped one. See, now we have different tools. So every tool has its own shape. But in those days, they did not have any shapes at all. Simply they used to, sharp it a little bit and they simply used it. It was not in a proper shape or in a polished manner. Okay, and they had different tools. See, different tools used for different kind of works. Okay, and they have used some tools to cut the wood, some for digging the ground, some for hunting, killing, skinning. Okay, and some tools they were using for chopping meat, so through which they can eat it directly. Okay, and they used to dig the thing ground with some tool. Okay, so likewise they have used different tools, but they were very simple and crude and unpolished. Okay, even in some of our museums we can see these things. Okay, where we can find these things? Many such tools have been found at the archaeological sites of Mirzapur in UP, or Bhimbetka in MP, Bhuri, Maharashtra, and Kurnool in Andhra Pradesh. Okay, mainly we can find some of these tools, okay, in the archaeological sites of these states like Mirzapur in UP, MP, Maharashtra and Andhra Pradesh. Okay, so then moving on to the next one is food. So the food they were using. What are the food items they were using? The humans in this age were hunter-gatherers. Okay, they hunted animals and birds and ate their raw flesh. They also ate wild plants and fruits, roots, berries, nuts, and eggs. However, after the discovery of fire, they slowly learned to roast and cook food, which made it much tastier. The Peking, the Neanderthal, and the Cro-Magnon men learned to roast the flesh of the hunted animals. Okay, let us learn about the discovery of fire. Okay, so here the food item, what were their main food? They were eating everything raw, like they will hunt the animal, they will eat the flesh directly without cooking. Okay, just to imagine, without cooking, can we eat any flesh, anything like meat, chicken, mutton, whatever, fish? See, so we cannot eat anything, right? So those days they directly ate it up. Okay, then slowly the discovery of fire helped them to bake the food and eat. Okay, they will hunt and bake it and eat. So baking gave them little bit taste, and through which they have developed their eating habit. Okay, and they also ate the fruits, roots, and some kind of nuts and eggs directly. Okay, the discovery of fire really brought a great change in the development of human. Okay, so how they discovered, already we might have heard about the discovery of fire. So discovery of fire was the greatest achievement of the early men. The earliest evidence of use of fire dates back about 250,000 years ago. It is most probable that the early men discovered fire when lightning struck, causing fire in some woods. They might have been afraid and amazed for a long time. Okay, so how they might have discovered fire? They might have seen the fire through lightning. Even today we can see, because of lightning there will be very big tragedies taking place. Okay, so that kind of things might have happened in their days. So by seeing the fire they were so much amazed. So they wondered, what is that? But after that, they found that the fire gave them little warm up. Okay, it was little bit gave them warm. Okay, and because of fire, animals also they scared and ran away. So these things help them to know the benefits of fire. Okay, then slowly they started do it artificially. How they do it? So they used to rub the stones, okay, by striking the stones. So they found little bit fire coming out. Then usually they started and developed the use of fire in their day-to-day life. Okay, mainly the Peking men, the Neanderthal men, and Cro-Magnon men knew the use of fire. Okay, they lit their cave. Cave means they lived in the caves. Okay, with fire, ate roasted meat. Okay, and Cro-Magnon men even used artificial light for making paintings on the walls of caves where they lived. Okay, even the Cro-Magnon men they started using these fires to make paintings. Even today we can see in the YouTube, we can see lot of fire painting. You can just see it. It looks very nice and beautifully they are making. Okay, so it all starts very earlier. So these old people they used to do with fire. They used to do art. They used to roast the food, meat. Okay, slowly they discovered these kind of things to benefit their living. Okay, then shelter. Initially, the early human lived in like Java men lived in the open or near the banks of the river. So usually every development takes place in the river banks. Okay, so they live near the river banks. So they used to live in the open area. Then slowly protect themselves from wild animals. They lived on the trees. And Peking and Neanderthal men, they discovered the caves as a shelter for their living, because shelter gave them protection from animals and different kind of climate, harsh climatic condition. Okay, even caves gave them protection from every kind of dangers. So they found it good for their stay. Okay, even today we can find some of the caves in Andhra Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh. Okay, these sites are very, 2-3 examples of caves where these early humans lived. Okay, then their social life. So what is their social life? Early human could not fight the wild animals alone. So they lived in groups. All their activities like hunting, eating, etc. performed in groups. They lived a nomadic life. They had their families, and many families together formed a group or tribe. Men, women, boys and girls formed the family. Each tribe had a chief or head. Okay, so what is their social life? Social life means they lived together as a group of people because they were afraid of wild animals. Okay, they could not fight wild animals alone, so they lived as a group of people, and every group they had a leader. Okay, and every family they live in different group. Okay, they lived a life of nomadic. Nomadic means moving from one place to another place. Simply to find the food, they used to travel through the river banks. So wherever they get food, they just stay there. So likewise, they just move here and there. Okay, then what is their clothings? Earlier human did not wear any clothes. They used leaves, barks of trees and animal skin to protect themselves from harsh climatic conditions. Okay, and Neanderthal and Cro-Magnon men used animal skin as their clothes, even sieved them using bone needles. Okay, so what was their clothes? Some people earlier they didn't use any clothes, but gradually they have developed their clothing system. Okay, so what were their clothing system? They used leaves. Then after that they started using the skin of animals. Okay, even they used to stitch the skins with bone needles, sharp needle bones. They just stitched it together and they started wearing it. Okay, then what is the speech ability? The earlier human could produce growling sound only. However, later they were able to speak. It is believed that the Peking men and later men developed their power of speech. So the science say that earlier men they could not do any speaking. So simply they were making sound, different kind of sounds, and after that they have developed. Then art. The early human were good at art. They painted pictures on the mother goddesses, animals, hunting scenes, food gatherings, etc. on the walls of the caves. They also carved designs on ivory, horns, and their stone implements. Paintings in Spain, France, and at sites like Mirzapur in India tells a lot about the art of the early humans. Okay, so then they were very good in arts. Okay, they used to do lot of painting on the wall, and they used to paint the animal hunting, simple sceneries, some kind of images, their festivals, lot of things. Even in Mirzapur we can find these kind of things. Okay, next part we can see in the second part. Okay.